Every angler has a favorite time to chase fish with a fly. Whether it be during the blossoming spring, the green of summer, the colors of autumn, or during the cleansing white of winter. It merely offers a backdrop to a pursuit that has attached itself to the soul of a fly fisherman. Rod, reel, fly, and fish. Under that log, behind that rock, or deep in the dark blue could live a fish of a lifetime.
Oh, he got it! He hit it!
It's in that helpless hope that an angler will march from year to year in a lifetime, hoping the next cast connects dreams and a fish of legend. Welcome to Seasons on the Fly.
Welcome to Seasons on the Fly. I'm Bruce Chard. It's an apex predator. It's all the buzz in the fly fishing world right now. Anglers travel the globe in search for this bird-eating game fish. It's called a giant Trevally, or GT. It's a Mustang, wild, mean, and opportunistic. And in this desert oasis, it's the biggest bully on the block. This is Seasons on the Fly, and welcome to Christmas Island. They don't care.
The giant Trevally, or GT, a Mustang roaming these wild flats in the deep South Pacific. They're all business. They hunt like marauding pirates and take no prisoners. They pound their prey and rip.
There's been a film documentary that has just been released on 50 to 100 pound giant trevallies eating birds off the surface. It's epic footage. And that's started a buzz throughout the whole fishing world.
There you go.
Because they get really big and they're really mean and they're really aggressive and they fight really, really hard. They're almost everything you'd want in a game fish. Let's get in here together. Sweet. Look at that. Go ahead. Everybody has got their GT on the top of the list. They want to try to get at least 1 or 2 GTs throughout the week. It's hard, they're quick, they're fast, and they're a little spooky at times. So you gotta see them as far in advance as you can.
Christmas Island has firmly placed itself on the list for traveling anglers all over the world. When you come here, there are many species from bonefish to triggerfish and several species of jacks. And to walk these flats catching a rainbow of species fulfills an angler.
Yeah! Nice! What a take!
They're just super cool looking fish and they're just super aggressive. You throw that fly out there, you do 3 hard, fast strips, and they're gonna attack it with everything they got.
It's a bigger fish, isn't it?
Yep, he
Nice.
was pretty,
What an attack, too. That was sweet.
But the GT is a fish that will make these days rival the greatest in an angler's search for the unforgettable.
Thanks.
Dude, what an awesome fish, Beach.
The GTs were just crashing them. Had a nice black and red streamer on it. Threw that out there, stripped that through the pile, and giant GT just took it and just took me.
Few fish smash and go like these. Few fish display such reckless abandon as if they have no rival or fear.
When you fish enough days, eventually you're gonna get the good ones. And you're gonna get a lot of the tough ones, but you're gonna also get the few really epic good ones. And we just got lucky to fall into that. BJ and I were fishing deep in the backcountry, and there were giant trevallies anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds, busting some of these schools of black tilapia. We would run up and then make a cast and present the fly and strip right away, and sometimes it wasn't even 2 or 3 strips, and those fish would come right out of the depths and attack the fly, and game on. Man, even on a 10 weight, these aren't anywhere near as big as the GTs can get, but they can wail on you, man, with a 10. It's amazing.
Fish were caught. That's what I would say. Fish were caught. There's fishing all over the place on this island. That's the beauty of it. No matter what the tide is, you can find water here if you're willing to move around. You can't just stay on a particular flat. You got to be willing to go from some place to the next place to catch the water for the species that you're aiming for. Dinner plate sized. Oh, a little better. Yeah, it was a great day. I enjoyed it tremendously.
Nice.
These are one of the great fish on the fly in saltwater.
Oh, look at that guy. You got him.
And to catch them in shallow water and to watch them eat and crush and go, my word. And it's just beginning. When Seasons on the Fly continues, a father and son making memories, swimming after a GT, and sunsets that you could eat.
Hi, I'm Greg Heister. To find out the truth about chronic Lyme disease, go to seasonsonthefly.com.
Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Loop. Join the Loop Army and help take North America by storm. And by the Restigouche River Lodge. Come fish the land of the giants. Don't wait to watch Seasons on the Fly on television. Find our YouTube channel or watch us on Vimeo. And you can now download the Seasons on the Fly app and watch us on Apple TV and Roku. It's Seasons on the Fly on your schedule.
Hi, I'm Greg Heister. Don't let the Seasons on the Fly experience end when the show does. Go to seasonsonthefly.com to watch all kinds of video, including fly tying demonstrations, full episodes, and you can support the show by buying a hat or a DVD. Your support is greatly appreciated. And you can follow Seasons on the Fly on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I hope to see you on the water sometime.
Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. And by Honda, power when and where you need it. Oftentimes it's confused for the Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean, in Australian territory. This Christmas Island is in the Pacific Ocean, some 1,300 miles south of Honolulu, a raised coral atoll, part of the Republic of Kiribati.
We started hiking through an island. It was pretty foresty. Weird orange string holding all these mangroves and coconut palms together. We hiked through that for about half hour, 45 minutes to get to the ocean side. And that was definitely worth the walk. Some nice red coral reef flats there. That was pretty epic. Yeah, we got 10-foot waves crashing right 20 feet away, and you just get 2 feet of it by the time you're there, so it's crazy.
You're in that pocket now, see him? Moving right.
Bruce and BJ Chard, a father and son, and guides from the Florida Keys. Together they have filled their days here with triggers, bones, and bluefin trevallies. Variety is a favorite spice on this island, but there is one fish above them all here.
Man, that fly, this is the GTs that we want, baby. Throw the fly in there and they trash it, boy.
A fish that hunts for keeps.
It's been nonstop action here for about an hour and a half. These guys are swimming right up these edges of these flats.
These are all great days on Christmas Island. Some are better than others. It's not quite untouched wilderness, but you can get lost with its vastness, its endless flats.
Nice.
There are days that the GTs, and we're saying quality fish, the 10 to 20 pound fish, which are very prevalent here, just blow up, these flies, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and everybody gets involved in that sort of activity. A lot of opportunity out here because you got not just fishing inside on the flats fishing, but also the backcountry.
You gotta see them as far in advance as you can.
Oh, you're on?
I can't believe how strong these fish are. And get a presentation in front of them. Wait for them to come close and then start stripping slow. Then you have to tease them in once they see the fly. Then you're gonna start stripping as fast as you can to try to pull out the aggressiveness in that fish and get them to attack your fly.
Indeed, some days are better than others. Some days are so unforgettable that in its midst, you understand that you may never see its likes again.
They're predators, right? So they're up there in the shallows looking for milkfish and bonefish to feed on. And the milks and bones go shallow, so they don't have to worry about the GTs. So the GTs know that they have to get up shallow. And sometimes they'll have their back and their dorsal and their tail will be sticking out of the water as they try to fin their way and make their way across the shallow water and through the coral. And when they see something, they just dart right out with blistering speeds and viciously attack it. GT, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo!
By the time I figured out that my line's already on the reel, he's already almost into my backing. They're crazy fast, and they fight so hard too. It's one of the funnest fish I think I've ever fished for. Even how small the fish are, if they're small, the amount of power they have, and it was pretty awesome.
Sometimes the view, sometimes your company, sometimes the weather will make days unforgettable, but this one was about the giant trevally and the numbers of giant trevally.
You just asked, is he hooked up again?
Yep. We caught a couple fish that were almost even 15 pounds, but most of them were a good solid 10 to 12 pounds, and they fight like crazy, and they were all ganged up in these wolf packs and chasing down these bait fish that were along the shoreline. So we were able to actually barely get our feet wet and throw right along the edge of the shoreline. Little did we know how many giant trevallies were cruising around these points.
That day overall was probably one of the best days ever. Just the amount of GTs we caught was just unspeakable. Most people kind of come and they're like, oh, 1 or 2 would be awesome. And we caught, I think, around 12 or 13. At the end of the day, if the fish aren't there, you're not catching fish. So it's just the opportunity to see all those fish and cast to them and get them was just, it was special. Definitely a day to remember for a long, long time, forever.
We spent 2.5 hours, fish after fish after fish, and landing fish and videoing fish. It was amazing. And the fish kept feeding on those tilapia, so as long as they were there, so were we. We did not want to leave. We all came to the conclusion that we're not leaving until it's time to leave, and it never became time to leave for a long time. It was great. We were able to take advantage of some unbelievable opportunities that just don't come along every day. Dude, another G. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man. I love this backcountry fishing. This is great.
Truly as unforgettable as a day can get for a father and son, but it's not over. When Seasons on the Fly continues, a GT double, a Hawaiian trendsetter who takes this GT fishing quite seriously. Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by the new SOF UV adhesives, industrial grade, tack-free, and a complete line of colors, sparkle, and you won't beat the price. Change the way you tie flies. And by Tarpon Key Lodge in Belize. Catch a grand slam before breakfast.
Hi, I'm Greg Heister. A reminder, please support our sponsors. Without them, this show is impossible. You can do that by going to seasonsonthefly.com, clicking on their logo, and let them know that you support them and that you're part of the team. Thanks for watching Seasons on the Fly.
Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Northwest, Southwest, Eastern, and American Fly Fishing magazines, the best mags in the business. And by SeasonsOnTheFly.com. Don't let the experience end when the show does. And by the brand new Seasons on the Fly Lodge. The SOF experience continues on Alaska's Kvichak River.
Oh my God.
We'll take them.
For over 5 years, Steve McLaughlin of Front Range Anglers has been bringing fishermen to Christmas Island.
Nice start.
Over 200 miles of flats to explore and to make memories. Desolate but beautiful. It's a place to come and target fish, not just a certain fish, but many fish.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff in the Rocky Mountains, and that's important for us. It's our primary business, but at the same time, we do adventure travel programs, and Christmas Island was the first program that we put into it, and it's been amazing. One of the best places you can go to fish if you're a beginner, because we can put you on all sorts of stuff, And it's a great place for experts because there's some fish here that you won't find in abundance in other places.
What makes Christmas Island so special, besides the local culture being such peaceful, friendly, great people, it's 200 square miles of flats fishing. It's vast. It goes forever. You can actually get lost back in some of the different areas. It all looks the same. Flats go forever, so you're not really fishing unless you want to fish the same flat twice. That's what makes it so neat. And there's 16 species to catch, so.
Mike Hennessy, a resident of Hawaii.
Oh, Mikey! No way.
It's a quick trip here for him. When he's home, you'll find him chasing some of the largest bonefish in the world near Honolulu. Admittedly, Mike will tell you that his favorite fish here is the triggerfish, and he's caught plenty of those. But it's pretty obvious that he's got a soft spot for these giant trevallies, too.
Missed a nice peach face, had a good little tilt up on it. Missed the hook set, reset, and I look down to my right, and here comes a 25, 30 plus pound GT chasing bait out of each little bait fish out of the coral heads. And of course I didn't have my GT rod with me, which would have really been nice.
And he makes a cast with his bonefish fly out in front of him, strips it quick, keeps it high on the water to make it a little foamy noise on the surface with the fly as he strips it quick, and the GT comes over and just trashes his bonefish fly.
So I just threw him my little crab pattern, stripped it once as fast as I could to make an air bubble trail, and he just came in from 30 feet and just mashed it.
And then dumps him into his backing so far that he had to throw his back in the water and launch into the water and start swimming after the GT that apparently took him all the way to the real bare spool, no more backing left.
And I think you can put about 20 pounds of pressure on 16-pound fluoro, and I put as much as I could. Ran all the way out of line, all the way to the knot. Took my bag off, jumped in the water, and let him pull me out into the lagoon.
All I heard the whole time was, oh, it's a big GT, I'm getting torched, oh my God, I'm gonna lose him. And he's trying to swim and he's chasing this giant trevally that's spooling him on a bonefish outfit. It was unbelievable. And just to see his response to say, I'm going in, I'm not losing this fish, and I'm doing anything and everything I can to get it was just awesome.
And almost survived it. You know, the boat came and tried to save me, but he ended up breaking my line. But the whole thing was a great experience, and who cares if you lose him anyways? We're not going to eat him.
It was a pretty epic fight. Even though I was about 100 yards away, I could hear and see everything. It was amazing. And then to hear Mike tell the story after he got back on land was even better yet. So it was a really cool morning.
Thanks, man. We almost got him.
Making memories means different things to different people. It's not a fish that was landed, but it's a fight that has reached legendary status. Seasons on the Fly wraps up another show from Christmas Island when we come back.
Hi, I'm Greg Heister.
Here's your chance to win a brand new Honda EU 2200i generator and a trip for two to Seasons on the Fly Lodge in Alaska. It could be yours simply by just registering. Go to seasonsonthefly.com to learn more. And good luck. Who knows? This could be your lucky day.
Ooh, here we go, Phil. Big fish, big fish.
Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Dry Fly Distilling, handcrafted spirits made in the Pacific Northwest, and by Wild Alaska Sport Fishing and Cruises. Come find the real Alaska. Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Scientific Anglers. Fish the truth. And by Nomadic Waters, committed to offering the finest and most unique fishing adventures in the Brazilian Amazon. Go to nomadicwaters.com to find out more. A 150 square miles of island. And it's surrounded by 200 miles of flats. It's like Christmas here for a saltwater fly angler. It's over 1,300 miles south of Honolulu, a mirage in the middle of the ocean blues. Memories are made here. Fish are chased. And flies are crushed here.
Dude, man, what a record day. This is amazing.
Let's see if we can get a double.
Okay.
And for the Chards, the cap to an amazing day.
Double. All right, BJs.
12 GTs landed, including this double. Wow. I'm Greg Heister, and I'll see you next time on Seasons on the Fly.
Once we got one on, then another one came through. We were able to cast again and catch another one, and then so on and so on, where we were able to eventually get a double and land a double giant Trevally. It was unbelievable. BJ and I both got one together at the exact same time, able to get pictures and photos of that. It's pretty amazing to have that amount of fish in one spot. Like I said, it was an epic day to remember.
No. Oh my God. Now what do we do?
Epic. You can't catch that many GTs and bonefish and mustache triggerfish and double up on bones and GTs and sleep on the beach anywhere else. This is unbelievable. And then to have your son join you too, can't beat it.